Hello sisters, welcome. Laura J. Swan here. I'm a mother, author, and women's transformational coach. And today I'm going to answer a question that I've received a lot around what are archetypes and why do I work with them? So I want to explain to you a little bit about what are archetypes and how are they useful for healing and empowerment. What good can it do for us to learn about them and to activate them within ourselves? So archetypes are universal forms. They are universal forms that if you were to drop down anywhere in the world, if you were to go to somewhere in Africa, in Asia, here in the United States, anywhere, that you would find different roles or forms that humanity takes. So we have the healers and we have the warriors, right? Even what we'd call like soldiers. We have all these different archetypal energies that people embody and they express for who they are, and they're quite universal. This is something that Jung talked about, Carl Jung, in his work, and then James Hillman really brought this concept further into archetypal psychology and working with archetypes to help people heal. And so in the work I do, now everybody has their own take in the way that they use them or talk about archetypes. They can also be used almost like a type in personality types or personality testing, that they'll say your archetype is. And so it's similar in the work that I do, is that what I have found in the 22 years of working with women and the transformational healing processes that I see women go through is that there are particular archetypal patterns and forms that women have. There are certain forms or energies that are important that we as women learn to activate and embody in our journey of self-realization and healing. And so I have discovered certain archetypes of feminine power and certain archetypes of feminine leadership that feel very important in this journey of transformation and healing for women. And we work with those in all the work you've probably seen in the videos I've done over the past year and in the articles that I write, that I talk about these different archetypes. We did recently a series on the priestess, we did on the maiden, we did it on the conscious feminine leader, and this is to help you start to understand what these different types or archetypes are and why they're important within ourselves to activate. So when we embody or activate the different archetypes, and that simply means that you learn about them, that you start to create some practices that call them forth or activate them in your life, right? Then we experience more wholeness, we experience more happiness, we experience that we're actually very diverse and multifaceted creatures, us women, and that's good, that's healthy. It doesn't mean you have multi-personality disorder. It means that there are different parts of you that long to be expressed, and that's a beautiful thing. We all have a mother inside of us, right? The part of ourselves that is our nurture for self-care and for nurturing and supporting others, right? And there's a shadow side to each archetype, and it's important to understand that too, right? And that you can learn to embody the healthy and whole balanced side of this archetype. Another thing that's really interesting that my mentor, Dr. Anita Johnston, that she taught me and that she helped me understand is that archetypes are kind of like epigenetics, right? And the field of epigenetics studies the way that we all have genes in our, we all have certain genes in our genetic makeup, but they don't get expressed unless the environment activates them and calls them forth. Certain genes, not all of them, but certain ones, they don't get expressed unless the environment activates them and calls them forth. So this is so vital in understanding the importance of the archetypes of feminine power, is that these are inside of us. We all have a warrioress inside of us, okay? We all have a heart-centered leader inside of us. It may not be your dominant part of who you are, but there's a part of you that holds this energy inside of you. And by activating it through learning about the archetypes, by certain songs, by certain movies even, and art that you can pay attention to, it will call forth this part of you and help you to have a more balanced and whole expression in your life. We all have a lover inside of us. We all have sensuality and sexuality, and so oftentimes that gets repressed and misunderstood, and it's a healthy part of all of us. And we carry so much shame around it. And so learning to embody the healthy lover archetype inside of you that makes you feel empowered in your sensuality and your sexuality, that's so vital. And so this is the archetypes of feminine power. And in the work I do, a lot of the programs, we help you to embody, activate, and express what's the most healthy version, the most empowered version of you. And that's what Reclaim Your Power is all about, my upcoming 12-week course that you're going to be learning more about in the next couple of weeks before we open up the program for fall enrollment. That's what this program is all about, is helping you embody, reclaim, and rebirth parts of yourself that are so vital to your happiness, wholeness, and empowerment. So please stay tuned and pay attention. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be providing more information for you to learn about it, for you to understand more what this program can do for you. And I'm so excited to welcome in this year's new cohort in class to the Reclaim Your Power program. So I hope this was helpful for you to understand a way that you can work with archetypes. If you go back and look at my library of videos in my blog, you'll see that there are all kinds of videos on different archetypes that we've explored. You can find which one calls to you. See which one really speaks to you. That might be the one that you're most needing to express. And you can also take our Archetypes of Feminine Power quiz. That is so helpful. You'll find a link in the comments below for that. The Archetypes of Feminine Power quiz will actually help you discover what your predominant archetype is and how you can bring yourself into more balance and how you can find your sense of wholeness and empowerment and self-expression that you desire inside. So take the quiz, discover what your feminine power archetype is, and you'll learn so much about who you are and the ways that you feel most balanced and whole. And you get a full, beautiful report as well when you take the quiz for free. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope this was supportive for you, and I look forward in the next couple of weeks to really bringing the essence of Reclaim Your Power to you and supporting you if you'd like to join us this fall. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.